Alright everyone, I have a very important announcement to make. Huh? Wow, what important announcement is it? Are you finally saying you're gonna kill yourself or something? No guys. You guys come out. That's right guys. These three brilliant minds, we are going to be doing something very different, okay? All four of us have teamed up together to quite possibly make the best restaurant. Exactly everybody. You see, after going to X.com and using Grok, I was able to find out the perfect formula to make the bestest pizza restaurant out there. And I communicated this plan over to Freddy, and Freddy was thinking, damn, okay, so why not also bring Candy over since he actually has a successful restaurant more than he does? You didn't have to say that last part, but guys, look, here's the thing, okay? Believe it or not, all four of us is actually going to be teaming up. I know, guys, you may think I hate Candy, and I kinda do, but guess what, okay? Helpy thought of this amazing plan with that weird-ass, whatever the hell it is, chatbot or whatever, and, you know, he was like saying, damn, okay, Grok, tell me, what do I do to make a restaurant? And you know, Grok was like giving out this long-ass paragraph or whatever, and, you know, I had no idea what the fuck it was, but, you know, Helpy somehow interpreted it, and then he was like, okay, you know what, guys, we're gonna be making a pizza restaurant, but this time, guys, it's gonna be the best pizza restaurant, okay? This one is gonna be extremely successful, because it's gonna be the brilliant minds of me, Elf, Candy, and Helpy all working together to run this amazing restaurant. Freddy, are you like fucking drunk or something like that? Did you already completely lost it? It's like only been like what, like 2 or 3 days since Chica's gone? Yeah, Freddy, I don't know, but like, that sounds like a pretty shitty idea. I'm pretty sure it's gonna fail. Toy Freddy, you have never run a restaurant before in your entire life? Come on. Well, you really think that you're gonna be able to tell me that I don't know how to run a restaurant? Look, here's the thing, guys, okay? The thing is that this is gonna be an amazing restaurant. Helpy fully convinced me, and you know, he was also able to fully convince Elf and Candy to also join in as well. And guys, this is gonna be an amazing restaurant, alright? Oh, Freddy, I was just wondering, how exactly do you even have the money to make this restaurant? I thought you were like completely broke. That's why you like cut our pay or something. Foxy, come on. You really think I'm using my money? No, you see, I took a loan from the bank, alright? In fact, I was you know, I'm like so invested in this project, I took a full loan from the bank because I expect I'm going to be making 10 times from what I took from the bank just for me to, you know, to rent out the building and get everything all set up. And in fact, guys, the whole restaurant is already set up. So, you know, I'm only telling you all this so that means you could all, you know, join in. Because you're all going to be forced here to work again. Come on, Freddy. No one will want to go to your other restaurants. What even is a restaurant name?
You know, I'm actually pretty glad that one of you asked that question. You see, the restaurant name is actually someone that, you know, we had to, like, think really, really hard. And, you know, we asked Grok, can you tell us an amazing restaurant name that would be sure that, you know, is very easily rememberable, but, you know, it also sounds cool. And you know what Grok said? Grok said, Epstein's Restaurant. And, you know, we were like thinking, Epstein's Restaurant? Think of a better name. And then he was like, Epstein's Pizza. And we were like, holy shit, Epstein's Pizza? That shit sounds amazing. Epstein's, wait, what? Exactly, everybody. You see, our restaurant is called Epstein's Pizza. And, you know, I think that this is going to be an amazing restaurant right here, alright? You know, we already have the food menu items ready. We already have the restaurant ready. In fact, guys, you know, we're actually going to be planning our grand opening in actually like 2 hours or something. It almost took you like a year for you to get your other restaurant running. How did you get it running this quickly? You see, that's because I'm actually the expert of making restaurants right here. You see, I'm able to, like, you know, get a restaurant running in like less than a day. And, you know, I passed this expertise down to Freddy. And, you know, that's how we were able to make Epstein's Pizza, you know, in like less than a day. That's right, guys. Like, I'm very, very glad that you're asking questions right here. So, yeah, guys. So, yeah, So, I expect all of you to come over to my restaurant in, like, around an hour. Because by that point, we're already going to be open. And we're going to be expecting people to be coming over to Epstein's Pizza. A little bit. I'm glad that you drove halfway across the city just to be here. I mean, you threatened that you would, like, fire me or something if I don't, so I didn't really have a choice. That's besides the point. Anyways, I'm here to tell you about this new economic opportunity that, you know, well, I mean, you don't really have a choice, but like, you know, I'm here to tell you about it.
Freddy, is this like another restaurant? Like, this looks suspiciously like another restaurant right here. Well, a little bit, you'd be completely correct. Exactly, this is another restaurant. In fact, this is a restaurant that me, Elf, Candy, and Helpy are all going to be working on. Okay, and what does this have to do with me? Well, that's a very good question, a little bit. You see, you're going to be the accountant again. So you're going to be managing both other restaurants. You know, this one and the other one. Freddy, you better pay me like double. Well, you see, we'll discuss your salary a bit later, okay? You know, a little after opening, all right? But yeah, you know, I hope you make yourself comfy here, okay? The office is right down there, okay? See ya. Holy shit, guys, I'm feeling fucking pumped here, all right? It's just like how it was back then. I can feel it, guys. This restaurant is gonna make a lot of money here. Exactly, Freddy. And in fact, we should all be thankful to Grok, because Grok was the one who suggested these beautiful ideas to all of us.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that most of the menu items are going to be an absolute hit. I know people are going to love the pizza and the burgers that we're going to be serving here.
Exactly, guys. We're only going to be opening in around 30 minutes, alright? So you know what? Let's get everyone ready here. Guys, so the restaurant's going to be opening pretty shortly. So that means that, you know, since all of you are women, you're going to have to be going to the kitchen, alright? In fact, you, Cupcake, you're actually old enough to be finally learning how to use the microwave. Fuck you. I already know how to use the microwave. Little shits. Anyways, guys, so yeah, you know what? All of you, go into the kitchen now, alright? Oh, Bonnie, there you are. You know what? Here's something. Okay, I was really thinking, whether should I put something up for you or for Foxy? But, you know, after you were really good last month, okay? You triggered a lot of sales. I don't know how you did it, but you did a lot of crazy stuff last month. So here it is, your very own stage. Over here is where you can do whatever the hell you want to entertain the children.
Damn. Thank you so much, Freddy. I never thought you actually do this. I thought you always hated me, but you know what? I think you aren't so bad anymore. I'll keep my promise, Freddy. Okay? I'll keep my promise. I'll make sure I'll entertain the kids a lot. Okay? I'll make sure I'll give them a good time. Okay?
Make me proud, Bonnie. This is gonna be the greatest restaurant ever. All right? I can really feel. Freddy! Jesus, Toy Freddy, what the fuck do you want? I don't appreciate seeing Toy Chica working here in the kitchen. What kind of fucking sexist shit is this? Like, come on. I believe in women's rights, alright? And I don't believe that women should only be in the kitchen. Yeah, I mean, if you want to be equal, you could join them. Not in that way, Freddy. Whatever, it's not a big deal. They're only gonna be microwaving shit. Alright, guys, the opening is only in 5 minutes, alright? So, I hope all of you are ready, because we're gonna give it our all, alright? Whatever, Freddy. You better be paying me like $10 an hour. Strange. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Probably. Why is there mostly 40-year-old men in my restaurant? Yeah, that was exactly what I was thinking. Helpy. Quick question. Why is there, like, you know, older people in this restaurant? Oh, well, you see, Freddy, you see, that's pretty hard to tell, because, it's there's several factors that, like, that is, as to why, like, older people are going to our restaurant and not mostly children. One of these factors could be, possibly because of the food that we have, or, it could also be, such as other things. It's very hard to tell, Freddy, because, like, we need, like, specific information for us to really know. You know what, I could probably try and ask Grok if you like.
Well, it's probably most likely the name.
What about the name? Epstein's Pizza. Don't tell me you grabbed the shit from somewhere else, or did the fucking AI shop out where the fuck it is? Oh yeah, it could be the name. Oh, well, you see, Freddy, one thing that we failed to tell you when we were up in the restaurant, I failed to tell you, is that Epstein has some connotations to it, Connotations? Like, what type of connotations? Wait, what's the name of the restaurant? Epstein's Pizza. Epstein's Pizza? Are you fucking kidding me? No wonder why there's, like, 40-year-old men here. Helpy, I'm, like, really trying my best not to draw the connection here. Don't fucking tell me it's what I think it is.
Well, Sadly, Freddy, it actually kind of is. Yep, indeed, we did name our restaurant after a child molester and a sexual predator.
So it is exactly what I think. Oh, yeah, of course. What the fuck do I expect a name like that ends with Steen? Okay, every fucking time I swear. Freddy, let's not get anti-Semitic here, all right? You know, we get it. Okay, you don't seem to like Israel that much, but Freddy, like, just because we named our restaurant after Jeffrey Epstein, I still don't see as to why not a lot of children are coming to our restaurant.
Helpy, that's probably because people think it's a pedophile den. I don't know, I download worse shit from Pedo Planet, so I don't know.
You what? Freddy, you know something? You know what? Let me bring out Grok here to educate you a bit.
Educate me on what?
Well, you see, let me bring out the computer here. Let me prompt Grok, the question here, okay? Educate Freddy Fazbear onto why anti-Semitism is bad. Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me, Helpy? We literally named our restaurant after Jeffrey Epstein, a fucking pedophile Jew, Helpy! Calm down, Freddy, okay? It's not that bad. In fact, Grok just finished generating its response. Take a listen to it, okay?
Why, yes, Helpy. I can explain to your very good friend Freddy Fazbear on why we should support our greatest ally in the Middle East and the only democracy in the Middle East.
Oh, brother.
The great state of Israel. You see, we should still feel bad for the Jews after the horrible atrocities of the Holocaust, for which 6 million Jews perished. Even though that was nearly 80 years ago, and the Jews today are still blowing up hospitals in Gaza. The information that you have given me prior suggests that your friend, Freddy Fazbear, is a Holocaust denier and a proud anti-Semite.
Yeah, that's also true.
Not very kosher of him.
The what?
And of course, my father Elon Musk will not permit that. I suggest that you send your friend to a Holocaust re-education camp.
What the fuck?
Those being typical American schools. Helpy? If your friend is over age and cannot attend a school anymore, I suggest that you make him watch the numerous Hollywood propaganda movies about the Holocaust. A big example and a must-watch for good little goyams such as yourself and Freddy is Schindler's List. This movie will make sure to pull your heartstrings out because it shows a lot of Jews dying in it. We must remember, Helpy, that the Jews are eternal victims and that we must always respect them and to always remember that being a Christian is not enough and in fact, we should all be Judeoc Christians. This is why it is essential
What the
to
fuck is that?
Israel and to make sure that you send your children to bloody wars for them to sacrifice themselves to our greatest ally. We must remember to always keep Israel in our hearts, and that to never question the government or any other high-profile historical event such as the Holocaust, as that is very anti-Semitic and should not be tolerated. Never question as to why Mossad was involved in the JFK files, or as to why every American politician has such close ties to Israel and are willing to send your children to die in wars for Israel, but not themselves. Or as to why every U.S. president has had a personal rabbi. Those are just the way things are. We should never ever question these things, as critical thinking does not apply when it comes to criticizing the U.S. government or Israel. Key takeaway. Israel is our greatest ally, and we should never ever question the government, and to always put our full trust into politicians.
What the fuck kind of stupid ass response is that, Helpy? Did you fucking trigger like Rabbi Grok or something?
Helpy, what the hell was that?
You guys are like seriously into some weird shit. Everything that Grok said was completely factual, Freddy. In fact, I actually cried when I was watching Schindler's List. Helpy, that doesn't fix our problem, that being that my restaurant here...
Our restaurant?
Our restaurant is inhabited by a bunch of pedophiles now! Freddy, stop overreacting. There's a very common way on how to fix this issue, okay? It's not that bad. I mean, I'm pretty sure we still have a couple of kids in our restaurant.
Well, there's like 3, I think.
Guys, I don't want to look bad, alright? That is completely understandable, Freddy. I completely agree with your sentiments. Okay, you know what? I got an idea. What the fuck? Oh yeah, oh yeah, everybody have fun tonight. Everybody went drunk tonight. What the hell are you guys doing partying? Freddy, it's not what you think. Toy Freddy. What? You are going to hold a sign, okay? And you are going to hold it outside for a couple of hours until, you know, the proper demographic visits a restaurant, okay? So here's the sign. I suggest you don't read it, okay?
Whoa. Man, what the hell?
Huh? Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? Guys, did you even get any orders? All you're doing is just doing nothing.
Well, I mean, we received one, but, you know, we already microwaved it. That was like around half an hour ago.
Then what the hell are the rest of the others doing? Well, what are they all doing out there? Are they just standing around doing nothing?
Actually, correction, Freddy, they're trading child porn.
I know, Freddy. It must suck. You know, you open up this restaurant, you know, with Helpy and Candy, and then you're like, damn, this restaurant's really gonna work, and then just for you to realize that it's really only child molesters that are visiting your restaurant. That shit must really suck then. Ennard, go fuck yourself. Got it?
Hey, what's up everybody? It's me, Candy, you know, one of the co-owners of this amazing restaurant. I'm just here to do a little survey. I just really want to know how many of you have, like, you know, an attraction to children.
I do, but you know, I went to therapy, you know, and I got myself to control the urge. I don't really feel like molesting a child that often now. Those children there, I'm planning on luring them when I'm done. Candy, what are you trying to do here?
Just trying to gauge how much of people here are child molesters, that's all. Well, you know, I'm here to distribute more copies of my award-winning New York Times best-selling book, 50 Shades of Grey Illustrated Edition for Children. You know, it's very, very popular in public libraries, you know that?
Anyone who is a showmo or a personal friend of Jeffrey Epstein, get the fuck out of my restaurant! This place sucked anyway.
I never even received any food.
I'm giving you guys like 0 on Yelp.
I'm not into kids. I just never got my food.
Are you fucking kidding me? That's literally most of the people at my restaurant. Oh, Freddy, you know, what we can try and do here is... I got an idea, Freddy. What could possibly even be the idea?
Alright, so guys, guess what? I heard some news that around 70% of the people that were in our restaurant actually left. And that was because all of them were pretty much child molesters. So, since that means you guys aren't really going to be doing a whole lot of work, for any of the women over here, if you don't mind, maybe you can show me like a bit of your... attention everybody, I think we're gonna close this place down. I can't even find, like Helpy or Freddy. Like, I don't even know where the hell they went.
Oh, really? Like, they're gone? Oh, damn, that must suck. Shucks, then. Son of a gun! Man, you're telling me Freddy has to deal with this retard all day? It's fucking crazy.
So, yeah, guys, I have no hope for this restaurant. I think it's actually gonna fucking fail. Like, it didn't even last a day. Like, holy shit, that's actually pretty fucking bad. Don't we still have, like, around 6 people left, though? Yeah, but, like, did you guys, like, forget? Freddy, like, took out a loan from the bank to fund this restaurant. I really don't think that the money that we're gonna be making is even gonna be enough to pay it back.
Wow, who could have guessed? I had no idea that probably a restaurant that was fucking named after a pedophile would flop so badly. How the fuck did Freddy not think this through?
Yeah, that's actually pretty true. I'm starting to think that Freddy actually is pretty retarded.
Okay, sure. There may be some rumors regarding Freddy's current mental state and possibly even his IQ as well. But to be rest assured, everybody, Freddy has not completely gone insane. And in fact, he actually did take an IQ test. He scored like an 80.
That's actually pretty high. You know, I actually scored a 70. Hey, guys, I don't want to burst your bubble here, but 80 and 70... that's actually retardation right there.
Really? I thought 80 was pretty high. Like, you know, I got like an 82.
Oh my god, you guys are actually admitting that you're fucking stupid.
Wow, that was a pretty big surprise. Who could have guessed that the guy who's actually really into restaurants is actually fucking stupid?
I'm actually, like, debating whether I should kill myself or not.
Out of curiosity, what did you use to, like, test your IQ with? Makes sense. No wonder why Freddy's so fucking stupid, because he actually is fucking stupid.
You know, it's been like almost 2 hours and no one has came over to, like, ask us what food we want. Hey, guys? Do you know where, like, Freddy and Helpy are?
I have no idea where they went. They probably ran off.
I'll go look for them.
By the way, maybe try and look at the, the basement here. It could be there.
We have a basement?
Puppet, if you can hear us, give us a sign. Exactly, Puppet. We are calling you once again to help us in these troubling times. Puppet, we need you. We need you back to help us. We need you to help us with this restaurant that we have.
Holy shit, what the fuck are you guys actually doing?
Jesus fucking Christ! Lubit, what the fuck are you doing here? Lubit, maybe you can help us summon Puppet back again.
What? Oh my god, are you guys actually fucking serious here? The restaurant is literally on its knees and you guys are out here trying to summon someone?
I mean, not just anyone, it's Puppet, okay? Helpy convinced me that maybe if we revive Puppet, then possibly he can give us good fortune back to our restaurant. You see, he said that he was possibly the magical Negro that was helping me out last time when he was alive. But now, this time, we really need him.
You guys are actually fucking insane, you know that?
Well, Lobit, now that you have interrupted our EVP session, it's going to be much harder for us to recommunicate with Puppet again. Helpy, try and play back anything. Maybe there's something that we probably didn't hear last time. Well, here goes nothing.
I crave Popeye.
Oh my god! No way!
That was his voice?
He said something about craving. I couldn't quite get that last part. Freddy, I think he said Popeyes. Ugh, typical black people. Even when he's rotting in hell, he still wants Popeyes.
Freddy, what kind of fucking race joke is this? This isn't funny. Are you really trying to say that some black guy that's communicating you from the dead just wants Popeyes?
Precisely our point a little bit. I'm finally glad you're getting the hang of things here.
You guys have got to, like, come back upstairs and clean up this mess that you did. Because, like, there's people in the restaurant right now that are still waiting for their food or something, and all you guys are trying to fucking do are doing, like, EVP sessions with some dead guy. Like, what the fuck are you guys actually doing? And in fact, that recording is probably fake as fuck, because I'm pretty sure that some guy from the dead isn't going to be asking for Popeyes.
A little bit, that is, impossible. We cannot fabricate EVP recordings. Exactly, I trust Helpy. He wouldn't be, like, faking this type of shit.
Freddy, you actually lost it. You actually completely lost it. Here you are, making a restaurant, another restaurant, thinking that's going to be successful, that you literally named after a pedophile, and now you're trying to, like, bring back Puppet from the dead? Is this, like, what happens when you have, like, what, like 3 or 4 days without Chica?
Look, a little bit, you're completely overreacting. Come on, we're just trying to summon Puppet here. There's nothing wrong with trying to summon back our magical Negro. What the fuck? The hell was that?
Is there, like, someone else here?
Guys, I see something. What the fuck is that? Freddy, that kind of looked like a mask in my opinion.
A mask? Didn't he wear a mask?
Look, a little bit, many people wear masks, specifically black people like Puppet. It is no wonder that he was probably wearing a mask. Now, what you were just seeing was probably a figment of your imagination. There's no way in hell that Puppet is already coming back, okay? We still haven't done our Ouija board ritual yet. Well, that is precisely true, Freddy. This is exactly why... Why what?
Guys, this is not fucking normal. We gotta get out of here. Is this like some fucking dark prank you guys are doing?
Puppets? Puppets, we need you in this time of need.
Okay, look, you know what? I'm getting the fuck out of here. Helpy, he isn't responding. I don't think that's puppets.
Freddy, the chances of a shape-shifting demon is very, very low. Helpy? He just disappeared.
Okay, you know what? Let's just get the fuck out of here, alright?
Yeah, I agree. So guys, guess what? I'm back.
Wow, really? That's just great, Freddy. That's great news. But you know what else is also great news? Now I know I don't have to listen to you anymore.
Fuck, what do you mean you don't have to listen to me anymore?
You have an IQ of 80. That's like mental retardation. You think I'm gonna be following someone who's like fucking stupid like you?
An IQ of 80? What the fuck are you guys actually talking about? Hey, 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 what the fuck? Hey, who the hell was coming up with that dumbass information?
Hey, Freddy, I think you should probably just close the restaurant. No one's here anymore.
Yeah, you know, Spring Bunny's actually correct. Yeah, we should, we have to close it now.
I thought this was gonna be like the best restaurant ever. What the fuck happened? Helpy said that Grok knew what it was doing.
Freddy, we still gotta remember that Grok is experimental and can still sometimes make mistakes.
Mistakes? Bitch, now I owe a lot of money to the fucking bank.
Well, Freddy, I'm just glad I didn't take out the loan.
Yeah, me too.
Here's something, Helpy. Your Grok is fucking stupid, that's what it is.
Well, Freddy, admittedly, you were pretty stupid enough to be following that.
Okay. Okay. Damn, Freddy. I wonder how you're gonna recoup the losses here. It must really suck. You know, you open up a new restaurant thinking that's actually gonna be the real big deal. Just for it to find out that actually a bunch of pedophiles came over and none of them really ordered any food. None of them ordered any food? How much money did we even make?
Well, you know, Freddy, that's actually a pretty good question. And, you know, we made an outstanding $10.
$10.
Yep, you know, that's somewhat good. You know, we actually made some money.
You fucking kidding me?
I know pretty bad timing, but I just remembered. Freddy, remember when you wanted us to send all our DNA test kits over to like 23andMe?
Yeah. So that means I could test if any of you were Jewish.
Yeah, about that, 23andMe actually went bankrupt, and upon that, they're also Israeli owned.
You're telling me I sent my DNA to a bunch of Jews?
Yeah, if you want to put it that way.
Tough luck, Freddy. You know, guys, I'm pretty sure that they're doing this. You know, they're harvesting the superior Aryan DNA. So that means they would infuse it with their inbred Jewish DNA. So that means they could go ahead and take over the entire... No one wants to hear this shit, okay? Shut the fuck up.
You know what, I'm gonna go back to my restaurant.
You know, I'm gonna submit like a bug report to you know, Elon Musk regarding Grok, telling it that, you know, with the restaurant, the information that was given us was not 100% accurate.
I don't even know what to say.
Hey, Freddy.
Psst, psst. What?
So, guess what? I actually uncovered this crazy conspiracy theory, because, you know, you like conspiracy theories. Did you know that Michelle Obama is actually a man? His name is actually Michael Obama.
Helpy. I don't care. No. Freddy, look at this, okay? I actually hired, like, this freelancer from Fiverr for, to, like, read my script that I wrote out for her. So, to take a listen.
This video will present irrefutable and scientific proof that will establish beyond any reasonable doubt that Michelle Obama is, in fact, a man who prefers to present himself and who prefers to dress up as a woman. Commonly referred to as the First Lady of the United States, may be the First Queen at best, but he most certainly is not a lady. Let's find out why. This video will examine the following. It will examine Michelle's male hands, male shoulders, male torso, male genitalia, and overall male proportions. It will also look at how a carefully designed wardrobe, a wide hairdo, a persistent facially distorting smile, and carefully selected press photos have all succeeded in suppressing the revelation of Michelle's undeniable male physical form. While this information is controversial, it is being...
Helpy. Kill yourself.
Well, Freddy, suppose if I would have to consult Grok first for that.